Hi guys. I just got back from Aspen in Mexico, and if my voice is an indicator of anything, I had a lot of fun. I have never been so drunk in my entire life. I was fucked up the entire time. I'm a big, we'll drink one day and then I'll have a 3-day hangover. Like, I like to blow it out one day and then I'm good. Like, I'm a very, like, go crazy one night and then I'm good. But this was every single night getting completely and totally blacked out. And I lost my voice in Aspen and then continued to go to Mexico for I don't even know how many days, just completely blacking out every day. I literally couldn't even vlog because I couldn't even see straight. So I ended up getting like clips, like montage-y clips, kind of the entire trip, because I was literally like, I couldn't even see fucking straight. Kind of want to story time my trip because it was kind of hilarious. I sound like I smoke 20 packs a day. Yeah, my voice actually has come back a lot since the trip. I literally couldn't even speak. But that did not stop me. So I first went to Aspen and I met friends there. A lot of people are in Aspen this time of year. Part of why this story is kind of funny, or the beginning of this story is kind of funny, is because when I was ski racing, I used to make fun of the people who go to Aspen this time of year. People who would show up wearing like Montclair coats and then get fucked up. Or people who would go to Aspen and literally not ski and just do après. And if you don't know what après is, it's like after you ski, you drink and have like fondue or whatever. I was just like, oh my god, these people are so hilarious from New York and LA. They just come get fucked up and they like take photos and get like drunk on the hill and then ski down and they're hammered. Slash half the people are going down in sleds. And this was literally me. I'm literally one of these people now. I was literally wearing a Montclair coat and I was fucking rinsed. So like, long story short, I show up in Aspen. It all feels like a fucking blur. But I showed up at Aspen and I was just so drunk the whole time. I was literally so blacked out. I got drunk on the hill. I tried to ski down and literally yard sailed. Every bump I hit on the way down, I ate shit. Like, I was going over these bumps and literally my skis were going in 2 different directions. My fucking helmet went flying, my skis went flying, my poles went flying. I couldn't feel a thing. I literally could not see, and I was trying to get down. And our whole group was trying to get down and just eating shit left and right. It was so funny. I barely even honestly remember it. So we did that, and I literally have bruises all over my body. I could not walk the next day. I then proceeded to, oh wait, I forgot also another hilarious part. My luggage was lost. This is something about me. I literally cannot travel without something happening. If something doesn't happen, it like is weird. I always have some fucking shit happen to me when I'm on a trip. My luggage getting lost, me losing my cell phone, my flight getting delayed. I'm just gonna get a tea and then I'm probably gonna go park somewhere. Oh, also I'm going to film a really personal Q&A for my Patreon, and I'm gonna do that after this. Like, I'm gonna film it in this car right now. But this is gonna go up on my YouTube and then the other one's gonna go up on my Patreon. Can I please get a medium hot tea with milk and sugar?
Medium with milk and sugar?
Yes, please.
And that's hot, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Maybe I'll do like a car video a week. Like a car chat. I'm gonna put on a mask because someone told me to put on a mask at drive-thrus and they're not wrong. I usually do, but I was distracted, so. Okay. Thank you. What?
I love your car.
You do? Thank you. I know, it's my baby. Thank you.
What year is it?
It's what?
What year is it?
It's a 2017.
Yeah? Okay, I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Best of luck with it.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Okay, I'm gonna go find a place to park. But I get a lot of questions about my car, my new car, and it hasn't been in LA. I have my old car in LA. And yes, I get a lot of questions about it. And I don't want to be super obnoxious and like fucking annoying, like whatever. I mean, I posted pictures of it because I can love it and it's literally been my dream car my whole life. Some YouTubers do car tours or whatever, but that feels like definitely a little bit obnoxious. It's a G-Wagon. If you don't know that, it's a white G-Wagon. And this is a funny thing. So if you live in New York, or if you're from the East, or even Toronto, the G-Wagons aren't like, it's insanely common. I would see them once in a while and be like, oh, that's a really sweet car. So I moved to LA, and now like literally there are so many G-Wagons, and everyone looks like such cool driving these cars. Like the biggest douchebag losers drive these cars, and it's not cool. Like I moved to LA, and then I was like, I'm not even gonna drive this out there. I don't even want it out there. Okay, I'm literally parked in the middle of my town. If anyone in my town sees me parked here with my camera, cheers. It's tough because I love this car. I don't love it because whatever, like if this car was less expensive, I would still love it. Like I love Defender. I just love boxy truck, army looking cars. I think they're cool. I also have a huge dog, so whatever, moving on. We're not gonna talk about my car. I just wanted to okay, back to the story. They gave me a coffee. Okay. That was my first time skiing in a long time. I kind of like have trauma around skiing. Like it's tough for me to enjoy it after like competitively doing it for so long, and I would always just be critical of myself. But this time was so fun, and I didn't even think about anything, so that was a lot of fun. But an important part to the story is that my luggage didn't show up in Aspen. Literally just didn't show up. Like no fucking clue where it is. They lost it. But I'm not even surprised, right? Like I'm not even like upset, like because this is just what goes down when I travel. So I get to Aspen and I literally have nothing. I just have the clothes on my back. I have no makeup. I show up, my hair is in a fucking disgusting bun. I look like shit. And then we go to bed, and then we wake up and my stuff shows up around 12. So yeah, my stuff showed up. Amazing. And then we go to Mexico. The same group goes to Mexico. We're meeting a bunch of people there. It's just like a big friend group. I met a lot of really cool people. We are at the Aspen airport. We are not taking off, of course, because like, just of course, if you're with me, like your shit's gonna be fucked up. So we end up missing our layover in Dallas. We tried to book a flight. We tried to get a flight to Mexico. We can't find a flight. And then we end up staying the night in Dallas. I was throwing up that whole morning because I was so fucking hungover. I was throwing up in the airport. So I literally am throwing up stomach acid. I have not ate. And then we're in Dallas. This feels like a fever dream. Like we're in Dallas now. We go to some barbecue place. I'm so ill. We end up spending the night in Dallas, getting fucked up in Dallas. Like why did we do that? I don't know. Oh, lose my bags in Dallas, of course. Bags are gone. Literally wearing the same clothes that I was wearing in Aspen. Disgusting. I literally have to wear my hair in a hat because it looks so fucking bad. And then the next morning we get on a flight to Mexico. We show up in Mexico, and guess who loses their bag? Yep. Lost my bag again in Mexico. Didn't have my bag. Still wearing these dusty, crusty Lululemon leggings. But I was so drunk the whole time that it didn't really matter. So I show up. I'm also with a really awesome group of girls. Like I met a lot of really great girls that I really connected with, and they like let me borrow their stuff when we got to Mexico. It was so nice. Not only could I not vlog because I mean I was just fucked up, but I also literally looked like a homeless person the entire time. And yeah, so lost my bags in Mexico, and then they finally show up. My bags show up. Great, perfect, lovely, and then I enjoyed the whole rest of the trip to Mexico. But we are literally going out every night, and ow! I'm literally chucking this out the window. I'm not kidding. I can't. Ow, 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 ow. I think I have a curse. I just dumped coffee on my lap over here. Okay, I have to go get this thing I threw out the window. I hate myself. What was I saying? Okay, so I'm not really the type of person who loves, like I said, I'm not really the type of person who likes to go out every night. I like to have one big night. So obviously, like, I'm not gonna say no. So by the time New Year's rolled around, I was like unwell. Like so unwell. I honestly barely even went out on New Year's. Yeah, I mean, like, long story short, that was like my little trip, and I really didn't vlog it because, you know, I'm gonna do like a montage of the trip maybe with some music. I mean, it was so beautiful. It was such a fun trip. Like, I will never forget that trip. But the whole thing honestly did feel like a fever dream. Like, it was just the craziest trip that I've ever been on. I am home, obviously, right now in Connecticut, and I don't really want to leave. I honestly hate myself for even saying this, but I think I'm moving back to New York. Yeah. I mean, this could be a whole video in itself. I want to make a video about like my experience in LA, which hasn't even been honestly an experience. This is the thing. I mean, I moved there during a pandemic. Everything's closed. California's on lockdown. So it was a tough time to move. And I actually love LA. Like, I really do. In terms of quality of life and like the weather and all of that, saying like it's amazing. It's so beautiful. My apartment is so much bigger than my apartment in New York. I literally have like my dream apartment. It's this historic building in West Hollywood with these huge windows. I mean, I'm gonna do an apartment tour before I leave. But I spent the night in New York before I flew out, and I was just like, oh my god, I miss this place so much. It's so close to home. There's just something about New York, like it's more of a neighborhood vibe. Like, I would take Baloo on walks and I would see all of the same people. I feel like the people in New York are a little more me. Like, I feel like everyone in LA is like a little bit of an opportunist, which is okay. It's just like a little exhausting. I'm also kind of lonely in LA. I don't know if I love like how spread out it is. Like, I just love the neighborhood vibe of New York. I feel like I'm more of a New York. My camera died. And I actually did charge it before I filmed this. I also have to film a Q&A still, so I'm gonna go home and charge my camera and come back, but I wanna finish up this kind of, oh my god, there's literally a guy on a one wheel. This is so, what, dude? Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, LA, New York, I'm definitely more of a New York girl. I also felt like career-wise, I was like, I should be in LA. Like, I could take more content, I'll surf more, I'll be outside. Like, you know, I was so done with New York. It's tough. I mean, wasn't gonna live in Toronto, definitely wasn't gonna live in fucking Pittsburgh, was not gonna live in Boston, and I was kind of over New York. I always had these kind of moments, like, I'm not gonna say meltdowns, but like little moments of when I would get really sad or have a hard time, and they always were around the fact that like I would say to my mom or anyone like that I'm close with and just be like, I need to be in LA. It's so much more me. I need to be in the warm weather. I mean, you know, etc. All the reasons why anyone would move to LA. And then I did it, and now I'm like, I don't know. I mean, but I had to do it. You know, like I had to do it to realize or to figure out like what I really love and what I really need and what's important to me. And I think being close to home is way more important to me than I thought. I'm not a homebody at all. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's just something about New England that is just me. Like, I'm just a New England girl, and that's okay. And I think there are things about New England that are so special that like I just identify more with. I don't really feel like myself in LA. I don't know. Like, I just have a hard time. Like, I feel like my loneliness in New York was manageable, but my loneliness in LA is not. If that makes sense. So that's like a little update. But I'm gonna be home for a bit until I get bored. I'm gonna spend time in New York and here, and I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my car to LA, and I need to figure out how to get Baloo to LA. And I'm also like, now I'm kind of wondering like, if I'm not gonna be in LA anymore, should I even bring out my car? But I did just sign a year lease, so yeah. I also feel bad like for you guys in this channel, because I feel like I'm just literally moving every 5 seconds. But I'm happy and I feel good. Besides the fact that I'm like not a human after Mexico, I feel good and happy, but I feel like very in control. I feel like any choice that I make next, whether it's LA or New York, like it's about me. It's not about a boy. It's not about anything else besides myself, which is a treat. I'm going to clean up the fucking coffee that I spilled everywhere and charge my camera, and then I'm gonna film a really personal kind of like raunchy clickbait, a very personal kind of like just like very personal, maybe things I would not normally say on here, or things that I would not say because I'm not gonna put it on my YouTube, for my Patreon. So you should subscribe if you want to, and thank you to anyone who is already subscribed. I have a lot of videos that I'm going to film this week. Like, I've already written them all down. I'm really excited about them. Film how I take my Instagram photos, how I edit. I'm going to do a workout video, and I'm going to do like an eating video and maybe a barn video because I'm going to be riding this week. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and Happy New Year's. Oh yeah, I'm also going to make a video on my New Year's resolutions and like how I prep for the new year. Thank you for watching.